Hey, this is Slap Out Lash Girl Melissa, and welcome back, girlfriends. We are going to get this beautiful, glowing foundation look today. Wayne Goss is a genius. I'm sure he learned it from somewhere else, but he's so good at what he does, and I just love it. Look at the glow. Now that is foundation, and we're going to mix it with another ingredient that really makes your skin just glow, and it's not like oily at all. You can set it with powder. You're going to have to set it with powder, okay? So I want to show you how to do this, so let's go do it. Alrighty. What you see is what you get, girl. Spots. I mean, my skin is not perfect by any means. It's 61. It's just not going to be. If I'd have stayed out of the sun, maybe so, and hadn't got on top of the house, to lay out in the sun on the roof, which is what we did. I cannot believe we did that. I would not allow my daughter to do that, but I did it. So the only thing that you see on my face is my skincare. I do have on this fabulous beauty oil. If you haven't tried this, you really need to try this. This is my favorite product Younique has, and it's not it's not makeup. So I'm just going to kind of blot right through the center of my face. That way I take away any excess oil that I don't need. And this is a cool technique. I remember doing it some time ago, and I did it on my ladies' night. And typically what I do on ladies' night, I come here and do, because I think, that's when I'm most creative, and I have a lot of time, and I don't like being rushed, okay, to do videos at all, because I want to do it simplistically and step by step for you. Okay. So I'm going to grab all my stuff, and we're going to get this started. I simply love this technique, and I hope you do too. Now I'm going to use this. This is Younique's Prime and Set spray. This is the first thing I do as far as makeup goes. Get all your skincare on first, and then let that sink in, get you some coffee, and then you're ready to go. So you can see that has a little sheen to it. It will dry. You won't even know it's there, and it puts a nice barrier between you and your skin. And I'm going to use my illuminating face primer. This is so much fun to do the other night, and I don't know. I just got to do it. I got to do it for you. I probably have done it before on here, but my face is older. So it may look different, but it is an old technique, and it is a Wayne Goss thing. So you love Wayne, like I do. I have watched him forever. And I've learned so much just from him. And then he keeps coming up with some new things that I just have to try. But this is old school. This is old school kind of thing. So I do have to let this set. You don't want to go right in on top of it, okay? Let it kind of go get you some coffee and just chill out a second or two. Maybe give yourself 5 minutes. That's basically what I do, so that it sets well. And then I can, because we gotta layer some good stuff over it, and you don't want it to be coming apart. Okay, so let's let it set for a few minutes. Okay, so the first thing I've got to do is spot treat. Like you spot treat your carpet when it has stuff on your. So I want to cover that up, and I want to cover up this over here. So I am going to use the Derma Blend. I'm going to use this product here, and I'll list everything, and I'll tag all the stuff. This is color N6, which means neutral, okay? So what I'm going to do is just pop this over here, like that. And this is full coverage, so you should be able to cover up your spots pretty easy. I got one right there and there I don't like. So that's it on that. And then you're just going to grab your beauty blender and kind of pat it in like this. Kind of blend it into your skin a little bit. And then you're going to take some powder and set it. So I'm going to use the Laura Mercier, the loose. I love it. It's almost like a flesh color, so it works really well on the face. So put some there, and a little there. And then all you got to do is just pop it through. And you might be able to just barely see it through. It's depending on, because this one's pretty bad on this side. But other than that, you can cover it up. And then when you put your makeup on, you won't be able to see it at all. Because that one, I really need to get it off, don't I? Yes, I really need to get, even though it's heart-shaped, which is weird. I don't know why it's heart-shaped, but some reason it's heart-shaped. The sun loved me, maybe. That was it. Well, I'm not loving it right now, so I am going to take care of that pretty soon. All right, so we're going to let that set just a second or two because I don't want to go right in over it. I want it to kind of settle. I know this is a work in progress. It is. But you can do it pretty quickly if, I'm talking you through it. And so it's going to take just a little bit to get to what we need to know. Okay? Like I've always said, Wayne Goss is a genius, and this is where I learned this from. Now, I am going to use Younique's Serum Foundation. It's a liquid. I love it. I love it, love it. And we are going to, the star of the show really is what we're going to add to this to give us this beautiful glowing skin. You won't believe it. I'm just telling you, you won't believe it. This is the ordinary. And I do have the organic cold pressed rosehip seed oil. That's what this is. So he says this is very hydrating. So to your skin, it's going to give you just a beautiful luminescent look. And we are going to set it with powder. And so your face is going to be really hydrated by doing this. So, oily skin, I'm not real sure if this would work for you, but if you have normal or dry skin, it will probably work for you well. And shake up your foundation, whatever you're going to use. This one has a dropper in it. And so I'm just going to grab some of this. I'm going to put it in the palm of my hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all I'm using. Now, if you want to start off minimal, maybe start off with 3 drops. And then I'm going to add my rosehip oil, and I'm just going to put 2 drops of it. This is the magic, the rosehip seed oil. 1, 2. That's it. Now, it's in my hand. You can see it there. So I'm just going to kind of mix it up with my finger a little bit, like that. And then we're going to get started here. And actually, we are going to use the beauty blender, the bottom of the beauty blender for this. So you're going to take it like that, and you're just going to start applying it. Now, you can build more. You can add more to it. So don't go in here and put a whole lot because you might just waste it, and you don't want to waste it. So buildable coverage is what we're after. And I'm definitely putting it in my T-zone first, just kind of blending it in. And if I need to come back and add some more, I can. Or, if you don't want to do it this way, you could actually do, you could just dab it on your face and then, blend it out. But, however, he put it in his hand. So I guess that's his preferred way. You do you, whatever you like. And so when you get to the point, you look at it and go, okay, I think I need a little more, especially down through my T-zone area, because this is where my redness is, right in this area. But that is really pretty on the skin. I mean, so, so pretty. So I am going to add just a couple more. I'm just going to do 1 drop of the rosehip this time, and maybe 3 drops of this. You really don't have to use that much. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I can count. I learned that a long time ago. All right, so dab it on here, and let's just kind of bounce it around, and then we'll kind of blend it in. I just think it's so darn pretty on the skin. Don't bring it up under your under eyes because I do something different there. You can bring it up, as far as you want to, and if you've got great under eyes, you probably could just get away with doing that. But I don't. I don't have that great under eye look anymore. But I do love the finish on this. It is absolutely gorgeous. I don't know where Wayne learned this. It's probably some old school trick. But really, look how pretty. Look how hydrated and pretty my skin is. Now, we are going to set it with powder, so it's not going to be shiny, but it is going to have luminosity to it, and I love that. All right, I have let this set. It looks so pretty. Now, make sure that you use an eye cream under your eyes. I love the Charlotte Tilbury. I do use this one quite a bit. It's just so pretty on the skin. It's that magic cream. Pretty, pretty, pretty. And I do use it quite a bit. And this one's getting, gone. But also, RMS has a good one. Peter Roth has a good one. You choose you, okay? I just happen to like that magic cream because it absorbs into my skin and it feels so nice right here in this area. So let's talk about this right here. This is a Sephora Best Skin Ever concealer. My friend Lori sent this to me, Lori Abercrombie, and I really love it. It's full coverage, multi-use concealer, and I'm using the color 10N. Yes, 10N. And the doe foot is kind of big. I would like the doe foot just to be a little bit smaller, but it's okay. We don't have to worry about that. So what we're going to do, we're going to place these in strategic areas on your face. So it's going to go right here, like that, right here, like this. And if you've got bags, we're going to put just a little bit under that. Not much, okay? So really what I need to be using is a brush. I think we could use this brush right here. This is tiny because I don't want to get too much on my face. So just make sure you get a little brush, especially when you're coming out here on the edges. You'll have more, you will use less, in other words, if you do it like this. He used a brush. Most of the time I'm just used to dabbing it here in this, but what I'm going to do now is just kind of bring it down because that's what he did. So that's the reason I grabbed. We're spreading this out. It's so much fun. And then you need, if you got the bags, you're going to come right here, right under that bag, and put just a little bit. Now you could use color corrector if you need to. Mine is not that dark today, so although it's gloomy outside, mine's not that dark. Isn't that pretty? Oh. And then, of course, I'm going to use it here, down my nose a little bit, in here. Just finish out your face like you want it to. I'm just going to blend all this out. But guess what? We're going to use again the rosehip seed oil. So this is his trick. I'm telling you, he's smart. So put some around the top of your beauty blender. Let it kind of sink in because it's wonderful. Now you're going to blend this with the rosehip seed oil on it. And you're just going to go like this and kind of spread it out, which I was so shocked when I got done with it. I couldn't believe how beautiful it was. And I mean, it just blends out like a dream. I'm serious, it does. I'm going to put just a tad more, maybe 2 more little drops, kind of squeeze it in there. And then let's do this side. I've watched Wayne a long time, and I'm pretty sure I had seen this before, but it's been a while. This is one of his older ones, but that's so pretty. It just gives you that luminosity, and you can blend this in too if you want to up here with the same thing. I'm going to add a different highlighter at some point, but I didn't want it to be too bright, so that's the reason I like that Sephora color. It's not so bright, and it's perfect for the under eyes. And I make sure you come back and just a little bit dab it a little more. And then, girlfriend, you're going to have to sit and wait just a few minutes and let it settle. And then we'll add powder to it. Okay, let's check the under eyes. I mean, it's so pretty. I was blown away. I did not think this would work, honestly. Because you're not using any primer or anything under it. But it actually does. So I am going to take some It's because I like for this to be a little light underneath. So you could use the Laura Mercier if you wanted to too. I'm just going to put it right here. We're going to use the same beauty blender, and we're just going to kind of push this into our skin to set it. You could use a brush if you want to, but this is what he did. So I'm following Wayne. Now, right before I came back on, I took my fingers and kind of pressed it all in, and it makes it, there was nothing settling in my lines. I just wanted to make sure less is more, when you're using powder and over this. So I didn't want my powder to be settling in anything. And pretty much, let me just say, the rosehip oil, seed oil, will absorb the extra you don't need. I get speechless every time I do this. Oh my goodness. Y'all got to try it. I swear you got to try it. It is like, I don't know how to describe it. I'm just blown away how this works. You've got to try it. You just got to try it. Just come back with this video or either go find Wayne's video and watch him. You know, I could link his. I'm telling you, it's beautiful. Now I'm going to finish out the rest of my face. And we're going to come back and look at the finished look. And we're going to come back and look at the under eyes too. I'm going to get up close and personal for you. So I'll be back. All righty. I'm telling you, it's beautiful. You got to try it. So I've got to finish out my under eyes. So I'm just going to spray a little bit of this. It's a little Morphe brush. Tiny. That's what you need. And I'm using the Smashbox again. I love it. I love this palette. So I'm just going to dip it down into this darker color right here. This one. And of course, the color's going to grab because I sprayed the brush. And that way you won't have any fallout if you do it that way. Or shouldn't have any fallout. I guess it depends on what climate you're in. Now, it's very humid here today. So, yeah, I know how my hair is going to do. And that's why I didn't even try to curl it today. It's because of it is what it is kind of day. So I'm going to pop some of this right through here. And we're going to blend that out too. Just to kind of take it up and out. I like a little bit of, you know, drama for the mama on the outer corner. So that's what we're doing. Drama for the mama. God, I can't believe I'm 61 years old. I really can't. I just like, I was thinking about it the other day, like, where did the time go? That's what I want to know. Where did the time go? I'm going to use this brush here because this one is a great one to kind of blend things out. And the cool thing about this is you're not going to have fallout because you sprayed it. It's going to be awesome. It's just going to stay all day. Just go ahead and blend everything out. I can finish that up now. I went ahead and did my brows. I used RMS Beauty. I love their brow products. They are absolutely fabulous. Oh, that's pretty. Okay. Now, the last thing we're going to do to this is guess. Can you guess what it is? Somebody say, powder. Yeah, it's going to be powder. Powder. Now, I am going to use the lower. I'm going to use I like this darker color. So this is what I typically will do with my face every time. I get it on a beauty blender and I pop it just like that. So I kind of let it bake for a few minutes. In the morning time when I do this, a lot of times I can just go and, you know, get my coffee or whatever and in the kitchen. And you're just going to leave it and let it sit. Don't try to blend it out right now. It needs to kind of adhere and it will be so blendable and so pretty. And it's going to soften all the things that we've added. And so your face is going to look so natural. You won't believe it. You won't. So I'm going to let this sit. I'm going to find my brush I want to use. And then we're going to finish this look. Okay, before I start blending this out, I want to tell you that I did use this Tarte. I love this color here. It's called pink. It's real easy to remember, but there is the man eater. So that's what you see there. Plus, I came back and I added Fresh Orchid, this color. This is Younique's color. And all I did was just dab one, you know, right in the middle. And then I blended it out. And now I've got this beautiful glow going on with my blush. And we are going to finish off with these two products in just a second. But first, guess what we're going to do? We're going to blend this out. Get my old trusty handy dandy brush. This is the one I only use for powder. It's so soft. I don't know where I got this one or how, but it's my granddaughter's favorite brush, of course, because it's purple. She loved it. When we used to do videos together when she was little here and living here, I always let her use this brush. This is her brush. Even when she comes here, she says, I want to use my brush. So I'm like, okay, girlfriend, you use you. You do you. I love that girl. It's having granddaughters is different than having grandsons. Now, when I go to my grandsons, you know, I get down in the floor and we wrestle. No, it's not that way with with the granddaughter at all. She wants to come in here and sit down and mess with all my stuff right over here. So kind of sort of she grew up. You know, she lived here for 4 years of her life. So since she was a little baby till she was 4, and then they moved out, and I loved it, her being here because we had so much fun together. But you got to grow up at some time, right? So I'm going to use a little bit of Younique's matte powder. This product's going away. It is on sale right now because it's, you know, sunsetting. I don't know what they're going to bring. So, but I do love this color. It's color light. It does come in different, you know, shades to accommodate your skin tone, but this one works perfect for me. And I love to kind of just warm my face up with it a little bit. This makes me look like I've been kind of kissed by the sun, but it's not too dark. And that's what I like about this one. Pretty much. That's what I like about it. Now, I am going to use a highlighter, the Bubble Balm. This is a really cool product by Revolution. It's a rose gold, but it's so pretty on the skin. And so this is what I like to do, just kind of dust across it. And then I just like to take it right up through here, just to give me a little bit of light. And I want to bring it down here, here, and on my chin. Like where you know, where the natural light would touch your face. That's where you want to put it. Okay? Look at that. It's so darn pretty. Y'all got to try this. I'm telling you, this is the best trick ever for us mature girls. Ever. Ever. I don't know why I hadn't been doing it. I came across this video, that's why. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to do that again. So I am going to use Fix and Glow. Bing! We're going to use this real quick. I love this. It has particles in it. Now, you will have to order this, you know, from Amazon or Target or something like that. See that good stuff going around in there? Ooh, girl, that's going to go on my face. And you really need 2 blending buds. I recommend you get the original Beauty Blender and wash it. I do. I wash it with that Ajax, just dishwashing soap. And it works great. It gets it clean. And I have had these forever. I know they want you to change them out, but if you do clean them really well, you won't have to. That's why I bought 2, because they are 20 bucks. But I like to have 2. One for powder and one for, the, you know, blending out stuff, foundation and things. So we're going to do this. That feels so good. It's like, oh, refreshing. It is. It is absolutely oh, I love it. What do y'all think? Y'all try this. I promise you'll love it. Don't go out and buy anything new. Try what you got. And if what you got doesn't work, then everything will be listed here for you, and you can come back and you can pick and choose. Some of them you can get, like, you know, this right here. You can go to Target and see if they have it. Or you can order it on Amazon. I'll put a link for everything, though. I always do. Oh, my goodness. I hope y'all have a fabulous week or weekend, whichever is you're watching this time. But please like and share, you know, and click that notification bell. I love it when you come and hang out with me. And if you have questions about anything I've done here today, just put it in the comments. And I'll always go through comments and I'll come back and answer your questions, okay? So for now, I will see y'all next week. Y'all have a fabulous day. See you later.